Chronicles.
Welcome to Brown Boy Chronicles, a podcast about brown boys sharing their life experiences, their perspectives, their ups, their downs, and basically just getting together to crack some jokes. We hope you enjoy. Welcome to another episode of Brown Boy Chronicles. This is Lucky.
This is KB.
This is Harvey.
Yo, we both of us had like a pretty wild last week, Rinku. You were in EDC. What was that like, bro? Because I don't think you listen to electronic dance music, do you? Or I feel like you're pretty rap only.
Yeah, not at all.
How was that, dog?
I don't know. I mean, when the BPMs are hidden, they hit and you just bopping with that shit. My favorite move is going like this.
Wait, they have moves at EDC that they do?
No, he's probably just vibing himself because he's probably in a trance.
No, I'm saying that's my favorite move. Right? You're just standing there and you're just going like this.
That's a fist bump essentially with the open hand.
He's just sprinkling water, bro.
It's fire, yo.
Fucking Jersey Shore.
Where was this? Was it in Cali?
What, EDC? No, EDC is in Las Vegas. It's one of the biggest ones. Oh, this year was the biggest. And I saw something on Instagram saying it was 170,000 people there, which is the biggest EDC ever. Because I guess last 2 years obviously they haven't been that great, but it was cool. I mean, yeah, I was on the fence about going and whatnot, and then kind of last minute I just booked the flight, but I had no tickets, no nothing, right? And then there's 3 other friends there too, and they're all going, and it's far away from Vegas, with traffic and stuff. The first day I only went Friday and Saturday, but the first day it took us 3 hours to get there, and it's only 20 miles.
Did you sneak in then, essentially, because you have no tickets?
So I snuck in it was a whole situation. We got there, I had no band, and they all have bands, and then there's always people there selling bands. You don't know of who's real and who's not. All day I was trying to get a band off somebody that was selling on Facebook that couldn't go, maybe had no luck. So whatever, we pull up, and then we run into this guy. At first we thought he said yo, $500 for the band. And then he's my one homie got it. So then we walk with this man's, and it's so much walking there. They have all the gates so far spread out and shit. So we walk a mile with this guy. We get there, and then he's all right, yo, 500 to get you in one time. And so he misheard us. We thought we was yo, $500 for a band. He's no, $500 to just get you in today, sneak you in somehow. We're nah, I was straight. Cause I was about to send this dude 500, and then Wells Fargo tipped me off yo, this guy is I'm glad the bank started doing that shit now. Yo, it's oh, this guy's banned from receiving money or something like that, and so it prevents you from getting scammed and shit. And then as we were discussing amongst ourselves what we should do, that other guy that originally brought us there, and now he randomly had 2 general admission green bands in his hand that he supposed he got off of somebody else. I mean, he probably did that shit because they all yo, anybody have any bands to sell? So people are walking out, they're all leaving at different times, because this shit starts at 7 p.m. and it goes till 7 a.m. in the morning. But we usually get there. We got there first night around 11:30. So at this point, it's already midnight. And then we're fuck it. All right. And then we just bought the band off him. But once you leave EDC one day, the band won't work to get you back in. It's a one-time, one-day thing only, right? So I was fuck it. That's fine. I just bought it. So I bought it off him, $500. And then
for one day you bought a band?
Well, no, because it's good for the whole weekend, right? So because it's Friday, and so technically I could use it Saturday, and then I could use it Sunday too. But I gave it to somebody else Sunday for $250, so I only paid $250. And I mean, it is 500. That's retail. 500 for one band is retail for the whole weekend, even if you get it on the website. So yeah, whatever. I go to the front, I go to a different gate. I'm yo, you guys go in. I'm not trying to be a burden to you guys. Go enjoy. Get in. I'll figure out a way to get in. And so then I go to a different gate, the one that they didn't go to, and I buzz it and it goes red. And then they're yo, you gotta go over to the help desk and whatnot. So I go to the help desk. I'm yo, yeah, my band's not working. And he's okay, you have an ID? I was yo, I know my ID was the thing. I match up with the name on the band. So I'm nah, I don't know what happened to my ID. He's you don't got ID? And then he's what's the name on it? And I'm Harvinder. And obviously the name didn't match with whatever name that showed up on the laptop. He's yeah, boss, I'm gonna need you to get the ID. So then I dipped. I had the car keys at this point, because at this point I was just yo, if I can't get in, I'm just gonna sleep in the car. I'll wait for you guys to finish, and then we'll be out. So I go to the car, and then just there's a bunch of White Claws left, so I just start chugging White Claws. So when I'm intoxicated, I'm able to finesse way better for some reason. The finesse goes crazy always. So whatever, I chug like 6, 7 like White Claws. I'm buzzing. Like I then I leave the car around like 1:30, I want to say. And then now I go to the original gate that they had gone into. And like, mind you, it's like windy as fuck. It's cold as fuck in Las Vegas for some reason this night. And like, I'm just in like t-shirts, no socks, like just my Crocs and like little ass like short shorts, like most like fucking degenerate outfit.
Bro, your shorts are way too short. Like your legs are way too big.
Yo, chill, they're fresh.
No, they're way too short. Like KV, is that not right? His shorts are always way too fucking short. Like that, like you're not on a fucking swim team, bro.
It's about the confidence.
No, it's about like, we don't want to see that much thigh, bro.
Yeah,
You already
chill.
look like you've been really thin recently. You already look like a fucking crack addict with those fucking skinny ass legs and this atrophied fucking.
No, his
leg thing.
thighs are pretty fucking massive.
Yo, my thighs are huge right now, dog.
Yeah, his legs are fucking fat as shit.
I got thunder thighs. But anyways, all right. So now I go back to the original gate, and I like right before I'm about to scan, I was like told the lady straight up, I'm like, yo, this is not gonna work. Like I had already left. I had to attend a medical emergency. And she's like, okay, like just next time you gotta go over there for the help tent, but I'll let you in this time.
Dude, girls are always way too nice, yo. I feel like girls always finesse better. Like, I mean, not finesse, like they always like will let you like get through shit.
Yeah, it was mad chill. And then at that point, I was just like, yo, I'm fucking in. And then you walk out into like the Coliseum because it's in the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and you just see this like huge ass like lit up carnival. It's like actually like really beautiful and it's dope. Like there's so many different like setups. There's like carnival rides. There's like ravers are interesting people.
Isn't EDC usually in Miami? Am I tripping?
No, there's EDC Orlando.
No, that's ultra.
Oh, that's ultra. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, Rinku, did you feel out of place? Because when I see this rave shit, I feel like it's for like younger, like 20-year-olds or 21-year-olds.
No, bro. There's like hella old heads and shit. Like all the hippies and stuff like that are still all about it. Yo, so like there's this whole thing about like this is like a saying. Like when I do stuff, I like fully invest. So I joined like all the like EDC Facebook pages and all this shit. And I was reading up and everything and like all their terminology and all this shit. Like they say plur or like PLUR. And it stands for like peace, love, unity, and respect. And that's like what that community is supposed to embody. And like all the like veteran ravers kept complaining, yo, they're like, yo, there's too many newbies here. They don't understand. Like there's people like rushing through like the crowds. There's people like pushing and shoving. And like that's like totally like frowned upon within the ravers. It's supposed to be just like, yo, wavy, thank you, excuse me, like straight mannerism, like all this type of shit.
That's nothing like KV, yo. I remember KV pushing through a mosh pit in Las Vegas because he's just so fucking tall. He just would be aggressive.
Yeah, but like fucking Lucky almost got trampled on in the front of the fucking mosh pit.
Dude, that shit was so scary. I literally thought I was being suffocated, and KV just standing behind me, just giggling, while I just was like, dude, like I couldn't feel my legs. I was moving because the bodies around me, there were just so many, and I didn't have any control of my own body, and I literally was like floating between bodies going left and right, and I literally thought I was about to have a panic attack. Then KV right behind me, because he was going through the same shit, he was just giggling because he's just standing so tall above, he can breathe because like who's gonna fucking stop a fucking CN tower from breathing? And so like I was just like, yo, I can't do this, KV, yo, help me out. He's like, all right. Then he like pulled me back, and then that was the scariest fucking thing. Are there like raves like that, or not raves? I mean mosh pits.
Nah,
like
there's no mosh pits. Like there's people like jumping up and down. Most people just like, yeah, like bobbing their head like this, or like, yeah, like fist pump.
Did you go to the front though?
Yeah, we were in like the front most of the time. First, there's no signal in there at all, like in this area. So it's like a mission. Like when you're in, it's like you're fucking by yourself. So I was sporadically getting messages from like my homies to find them. And I'm finding them amongst this huge group of people. And like they had sent me a picture of like where they were like really early on. So I'm like, keep looking at the picture, looking at the stadium, like looking at like the stage and trying to like configure myself. And eventually like I find them. But like it took a minute. Like I went and got a couple of drinks myself, went to the bathroom, then came back and all that stuff. But like the first day was definitely the most lit, yo. Like, you guys know who Timmy Trumpet is?
No.
Yo, that guy, yo, he goes crazy. He had like a big like handle of Grey Goose, and he's just like hopping up on the stage, just chugging it. And then so he gets out like a trumpet. Like he incorporates like an actual physical trumpet into his shows. Like he can play. And so there's always like a little bit of a trumpet like within his like beats and shit like that. So he'll start it off like, yo, and it's just so fucking hype. And then like the beat drops, yo, he murdered it. He closed it out, and then like he played until like the sun rose, like which was around like 5:30, 5:45. But man's a beast.
Yeah, that's probably hype as fuck, because I know in rap songs when you hear a trumpet or something or like a flute, that it's usually fucking banging.
Yeah, facts. You gotta see some of the like YouTube videos. No, it was sick. Like he'd always just like stop, take breaks, and then whip out the trumpet. And the trumpet had like a actual like mic on it too. So everything was amplified. Like it was fucking insane.
Wait, was it for 2 days or 3 days?
EDC is for 3 days. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I left Sunday morning.
Oh, so you were there only Friday night and Saturday night?
Yeah.
How was Saturday night like? How did you finesse your way in Saturday?
Well, now it was good, right? I had a band, and like now it just works like any other day.
Oh, it's because like someone else left the first day.
Somebody left already, yeah, and they scanned out, and so you can't scan back in. But like after that, like they probably had enough. They only wanted to come Friday, so now Saturday I could comfortably like scan in, and then Sunday like I gave it to another friend, and he got in like no problem too. So it's chill because it's already all registered and everything. That like it's nice in that regard. But like second day was cool. There was like Tiesto. I saw Tiesto live, so he was cool. Like, I mean, he's some shit that you like obviously listen to. And then DJ Snake was there too. DJ Snake probably had like the best set like that day for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's because it's more rappy.
Yeah, because he has all the collabs and stuff. Like "Let Me Love You," Justin Bieber. Yo, everyone was just like in the air, like drawing hearts and shit.
Yo, I know this man was for sure just saying plur, like the word plur.
Yo,
everywhere.
he definitely does the most when he's like amongst that type of shit.
Nah, I didn't say anything like that. Like, but like it was just
You definitely just go up to random people saying plur.
Yo, admit it, Rinku. You definitely did that shit.
Nah. But Saturday I did just like get in. I was like, yo, guys, like I'm just trying to walk around by myself, like just vibe out. Cause like the campus is huge. Cause these guys just went to the main stage and they just chill by the main stage. But don't get me wrong, the stages are also insane. Like they probably spend like millions on millions just building these stages. Like they're next level beautiful and intricate. But like I didn't even get to explore everything. Like I had to keep going to the bathroom so many times, yo. And it's like the bathrooms are disgusting, like all the porta potties and all that shit. Claws. Yeah, facts. The white claws and all the drinks and the water and shit like that. But and the bathrooms are only located on the outside perimeter. So even if you're like you go walk and then you gotta go find all the bathroom. But like, yo, there are so many pickpocketers there too. Well, there's one guy almost tried to pickpocket me. Thankfully, I was wearing like my joggers that zippers on it. So like he was trying to go in for my pocket, but then he got denied because of that zipper. But then by the time I looked back, he just disappeared into the fucking crowd.
You gotta get a fanny pack. That's what you gotta do at the fucking.
No, yo, they steal in a fanny packs too. Like I was on the Facebook page, just like scrolling, and like so many people got their fanny packs like not taken, but like zippered open and like the shit taken.
Damn.
People are skilled out here.
Would you go back again?
I don't know. I'd probably take JM and experience it like with like your shorty. But I don't know if I'll go with friends.
Honestly, that's probably it. Like you can probably plur with her all night. Like, I don't know. I always wanted to do that shit, but I feel like I feel out of place now. I feel like I'm too old for that shit, but I don't know.
How you too old, bro? Like ravers are old. Like a lot of ravers.
Really? I feel like ravers are like 21 to like 24.
No, ravers are anywhere from like 18 to fucking 35, literally.
Really?
Yeah, people are definitely on the older spectrum for sure, in my opinion.
Yo, people were probably dancing, right? Like, because ravers dance and like do like those fucking weird sidestep dances and shit.
Yeah, like I learned how to shuffle, y'all. I was going hard with the shuffling.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
It's so easy. It's like you put the heel down and then you put your toe down and you slide and then you go up and like.
Isn't that Tootsie Slide?
People more on the outskirts, like that are not as close to the stage, they're kind of more wild now and dancing and doing all the crazy stuff. But like when you're in the crowd, it's kind of hard. And in the crowd, people are just like,
Dude, you guys made a good point because like I was in Spain and the first night in Ibiza, dude, I kind of like
wait. You said it wrong. It's a Ibiza, right? They say it weird, right? In Ibiza, they don't pronounce a Z. It's like a TH, right? Am I tripping?
I have no idea. I think you're wrong, but I might be wrong too.
I'm pretty sure it is that.
Bro, Mike Posner says like I took a pill in Ibiza. It's definitely Ibiza.
I'm telling you, I'll link you the show. I watched a Netflix show. It's super fucking weird.
I mean, I'm sure there's like a Spanish pronunciation to it. Like you're probably somewhat right. I have no idea. But what I was going to say, like when I was there, because like I went to Spain last weekend when you were at EDC, I think. And the first night we go to Ibiza and like I browned out, but like we ended up getting a table somehow. And it was at this nightclub that was fucking, I don't even know how to describe the nightclub. It had layers to it and the tables were on like the second floor and then you see the general admission on the first floor. So you had like an aerial view on the people on the dance floor and shit like that. So our fucking table was against the wall and then in front of it, there was like a balcony that had more tables. So in that balcony, like in the beginning, it was empty. And throughout the night, this Saudi dude came. And this Saudi dude was like fucking 50 years old. He had like this posse with him. It was just like a bunch of girls like that were like our age, like my age. And dude, I think he had like oil money or like that Arab money because he was literally like I
Was
don't
he
know how like
dressed in like the little like?
no. He wasn't like he didn't have like the chic or like that all that type of he didn't have the chic vibes, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. But yeah,
Isn't
I
it
don't know what
Shake? Or is it Sheik?
I think it's chic,
Oh.
but but yeah, so I met this Saudi dude. I don't know how what the conversation was, but like I just got into his section. And it was just so wild, like to see someone he just snapped fingers and looked at girls and he's like, yo, give me a massage. Like he pointed out, he's like, yo, give me a massage. So I was just
What
like
the
sitting on
fuck?
their table and this like she was such a baddie and she was like giving me a massage. And I was just so confused because like I didn't realize like she's literally traveling with him and he's probably just has her on payroll or I don't even know what she is to him. Maybe she's like his side piece or some shit like that. But the snap of the finger, he was just commanding people to like do shit for me because
Were
like
they like foreign chicks or like where you think they were from?
I think Dubai. I think he told me he was from Dubai, like Abu Dhabi
Oh,
area.
all the girls are also like Saudi Arabian.
I didn't ask what the girls like where they're from.
No, but like just looking at them, what ethnicity do you think they were?
I think Middle Eastern for sure, yeah.
Did you snap at anyone yourself?
Nah, hell no, bro. Like I like when I asked her, I was like, I don't know why I said this because I felt so weird because I didn't think I deserved a massage. I was like, do you enjoy doing this? She's like, like, like I looked back at her. I was like, do you enjoy doing this? She's like, just enjoy your massage. That's what she told me. And then I was like, oh, all right. I was like, all right, I don't want this. Like, I just felt weird.
Yo,
Like,
what if he was running like a sex trafficking ring or some shit?
yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, he had his wife, I think, for sure, because like he was like grinding up on this like a little older lady, but he had like three other girls with him. One was giving him a massage. One was just sitting around.
It's
There were
giving me
two
some like
bodyguards.
heavy R. Kelly vibes right now.
Dude, yeah, it was like fucking weird because all when I was just like sitting when we're doing the hookah, I was just like staring at them, and I'm like, yo, this is like what money and power fucking buys you. You just literally have people on command to do whatever the fuck you want. Because he literally, on the snap of the finger, looked at the girl and pointed at me, and then she came up behind me, sat up behind me, and started massaging my shoulders. And I was just so confused by the whole dynamic by that shit. But dude, that man was wilding the fuck out. So that's why I was like, what you're talking about when people are like a little older and raging. That's actually a good point because this motherfucker was the 50s, but he was like popping bottles like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't think that culture doesn't die away when you get older, especially when you do have money and you enjoy that lifestyle. That is sick though, yo, that you get to like see that and witness that because like there is a lot of that going on in the world that we're not like visually seeing on a daily basis because we go out in like these like shitty ass areas or like these boring bars and like going through the same routine. So yeah, going to like a new country, especially a country like Ibiza where like money comes through, right? And like you are actually partying with like all the high rollers and shit like that. It opens your eyes to like this whole new like world that like exists that we don't even know is right underneath us.
Dude, there's so many spots around the world that I just want to go party. Like Tel Aviv is one in the fucking Israel. Like I heard that's really fucking lit. I heard Germany's pretty big. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking countries that have way bigger and better party scenes than the US. I feel like US is just so strict with every fucking thing.
Dude, US shit just closes at fucking 2 o'clock. Like, I don't know about New York. New York probably a little later before, but Ibiza, like we were up until like 8 a.m. Like we didn't leave the club until it was sunlight out. And I didn't even know it was sunlight. Like we stayed there from like midnight to like 8 a.m. And then we had to catch the flight back to like another city in fucking Spain. But like that, just seeing that and like all the big flexers there, it was just kind of bizarre. Cause I mean, we've seen big flexers in a lot of the clubs we go to, but this motherfucker had like bodies with him that were like literally his servants. And like,
What was a club comparable to like in the States? Like, was it like Live?
I've never been to Live.
Oh,
It was just called High, HI, and like it almost just felt like a big uh it like reminded me of AE stage a little bit.
wait, how did you go to clubs in Vegas at all?
Harukan or
Oh, Kasen?
Hasakan? Yeah.
Was it like that? Hakasen's a pretty big club in Vegas.
We went to One Oak too.
Or did we? I think it would probably be Kasen because it had the same type of music, like the like all that type of shit. But I didn't think Hakasen was all that. KB, did you like it?
Bro, I forget that whole week was a blur. We did so much. We were there for a whole week. I just remember Tori performing at One Oak.
Yo, I'm so pissed, dude. I shouldn't have left. I left as soon as he came on because I was just so tired. I'm like, yo, I'm going home. This motherfucker's not coming. As soon as I leave, motherfucker comes. Like, and they wouldn't let me back in.
One Oak's a good spot to like see an artist because it's like small and intimate, and the dance floor is small there, so you can like really get close. When I was there, Playboy Cardi pulled up, and this is when Playboy Cardi was like first getting on, like 2017, whatever.
In New York, on Millie Rock, that type of vibe.
Huh? No, he didn't. Did he have a Millie Rock?
In New York, on Millie Rock, that's his song.
No, that's not his.
No, I don't think that's his
In New
song.
York, on Millie Rock, hide it in my sock. That's Playboy Cardi.
Wait, no. Yeah, that's Magnolia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like, that's not Millie Rock is by someone else though.
Oh yeah. Millie Rock on every block.
Yo, I haven't heard that song in a minute. Yo, we might be doing Millie Rock next weekend, yo.
Yo, you better not be tired in Tulum.
We gonna get some caffeine, don't worry.
Okay, we'd like to take a quick break for the sponsor of this episode. This episode is brought to you by Single to Shaadi. Single to Shaadi is a community of marriage-minded singles looking for an alternative to the app scene when it comes to finding a true life partner. They cater specifically to South Asians living and working in the United States or Canada, and their approachable price point and relatability to their clients is what makes Single to Shaadi different. They are not your parents' matchmaker. Use code brownboy15 to get 15% off the intro package today. Alright, that's all. Now back to the episode.
Yo, what are you expecting? You want to talk about a little about Tulum? What are you expecting your experience to be, Harvey?
Bro, I'm just trying to chill. Like, I'm trying to just go to the beach clubs, wild out, be on some licks.
That's not chill. That's like you're like saying oxymoron, bro. You're not chilling and then wild out. That's like complete opposite.
No, like just chilling on the licks, like just being wavy. Like, I don't know. I just want to be like, nice flow.
I swear to
state.
God, if you fucking say plur one time over there, I'm gonna be pissed, bro.
Bro, we're not in that environment. It's not gonna plur at all. Chill. I didn't say that shit at all.
Cap, bro. Like, you definitely said it. If you join all those Facebook groups, you're definitely gonna be saying it.
I had to leave them, yo. They were like spamming too much. Yo, no cap though. The real scary thing happened though. Like, you gotta actually be like very careful about like being in these kind of like crowds and shit. But like this one guy like posted that he got stuck by like a needle. Like he didn't know what he got injected. Like he posted in the Facebook group. Like I was reading in the morning, and like he made a post. He's like, "Yo, somebody stuck me last night. Like I don't know what's happening. Like I don't know what I got injected with. Like what should I do?" Like he's going to the Facebook group, asked like what to do. And everybody's like, yo, go to the medical tent, like go seek like medical emergency, like ASAP, like all this shit. And some people like were just saying that he was capping and he just like wants attention seeking and whatnot. And some people were like, yo, you guys are dumb, like you guys should believe him. But then there was like, I was going to the comments and like I guess some people did see him and like he was like straight, like just slumped, like I guess coming off the shuttle and whatnot. And there's people like carrying him. But his ass still never went to like the hospital. He's like, oh, I don't have my insurance here and stuff. Like he was commenting back on people. He's like, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not like fully there myself yet. But like when I get back to like Houston, I'm going to go and get checked. Because like when more you delay that shit, like, yeah, like there's HIV, there's Hep, like all that stuff. Cause like it would transmit it through like a needle, right?
But medical attention at a concert should be free, right? Regardless of insurance. Like that's what I would assume.
Even if you go to the emergency room anywhere, it doesn't matter. You can't get denied at an ER. Like you're covered, you're not covered, or like you have a different like coverage. No matter what coverage you have in the country, almost all of it covers essentially an ER visit, if I'm like recollecting correctly. Or you might just get hit with like a little bit of a bill, but still like you should be okay to go to any ER. But that's scary as fuck, yo. Like you never know what somebody might do. Like, I don't know what the fuck I would do.
Like, imagine being a girl. That would be way fucking scary. And then even like, I think the concept of just buying pills off people there at the, because there's definitely.
Oh yeah, you should never buy anything off anyway. That's too sus. But what just had me curious is like, what could have been in that syringe? Because when I hear syringe, like I automatically think like heroin. But the way he was describing and like what happened to him, like he was still kind of operable. Like I don't think it was heroin. Like I don't know what else you like inject via needle.
I think you can probably do like ketamine and shit, right? Like I think that's what they like inject, like tranquilizer type of shit.
Yeah, ketamine can be an IV form, yeah, in needle form.
So it's probably sedatives type of shit. But talking about medical shit, bro, I got fucking COVID in Spain, dog. I literally was stuck in fucking Spain, and dude, I never like KV. You got COVID. Rinku, have you gotten COVID?
No, we built different on this side.
Yeah, you definitely had COVID.
I never had COVID, dog. I haven't been sick in ages. Like y'all got weak bodies. I don't know what to say. We built hella different out here.
Bro, I am just so unlucky. I took a fucking booster before I left because that's a requirement to Spain. And I somehow from partying, I think from Ibiza is where I got it. Or sorry, KB, Ibiza. But but like I only had like a slight fever and I thought, okay, it can't be a fucking COVID. It probably just like a sore throat. Like I just like got something from like sharing drinks with fucking people or like taking like one of those like vaporizer hits from people. But then Friday comes around and I need to like fucking take a test to go back to the States, and that bitch is positive. And then Nikhil and Rishi, they're like, yo, can you go in another room, bro? Can you just go self-isolate? And I was just like, dude, I'm alone right now. I'm feeling scared. I don't know when I can go home. I'm reading shit online and saying it takes weeks and months to like fucking test negative. And I don't know like when I'll be able to come back home. I got shit to do at home. I don't want to be stuck out here in Spain. And then I had fucking no help because these motherfuckers were scared themselves too. Because Nikhil tested positive too a couple days after. And then I was definitely on some super spreader shit because I thought I was fine. And I don't know how Nikhil like. Well, maybe we need to cut this shit out, but like I don't know how he finessed his way back in because he started his new job on Wednesday, but he tested positive. But luckily, I tested negative on Monday, so maybe he tested negative.
Wait, how did he get past the airport?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he finessed some shit, bro. Like maybe we gotta cut this shit out, but he definitely did some shit.
Didn't you finesse your way through?
Nah, nah,
You
nah.
tried.
I tried to.
Oh, wait, so you actually did test negative like only a couple of days after?
Yeah. So what I think was like the booster helped me get over shit quicker. And then I probably had it for like 7 days. Like so I landed in Ibiza on Saturday. So if I got it on Saturday in Ibiza, so 2 days incubation. So like I started feeling the sore throat on Tuesday, and then I tested negative on Monday. So I think within 6 days I felt better. Dude, this is like the funniest thing ever. I mean, y'all know me, like I'm not that religious, but like I was just getting on edge with everyone. My parents were like, yo, cover your head, do a matha take, Google Guru Nanak right before you take the fucking COVID test. And I literally was just so desperate and I did it. And that bitch came back fucking negative, bro. I don't know if this shit is divine intervention or if like, God answered my prayers, but like, and I remember going to the clinic because like at the clinic I was scared. I was like, yo, maybe these like fucking take home tests are boof. But at the clinic, this fucking nurse, this goddamn Spanish nurse, shoved that shit up so far deep. And I was like, yo, she definitely got some COVID up there because she shoved it very fucking deep. And I
Yeah, that shit
literally
hurts.
on Apple Music, I literally Googled Diljit Dosanjh, like Guru Nanak. I literally was like listening to like fucking Shabad Kirtan while like they were waiting for the test results back. And thank the Lord that shit was negative because that's such a scary fucking feeling. Because
Wait, how long were you exactly like out there? Longer than you were supposed to be?
3 days.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Wait, so why'd you get tested so early to begin with? Because you were getting symptoms?
I was flying out Saturday because they were doing like the F1 fucking racing shit, and I didn't give a fuck about that because I don't watch F1. So that was Saturday and Sunday. So they're like, "Yo, we're doing this." I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna fly back Saturday because I don't want to do that shit."
Oh, so you changed your flight or you like already were planning to fly that day?
My flight was on Saturday. I already booked it for Saturday. So the way the U.S. shit is, if you're gonna come back Saturday, you got to get a COVID test 24 hours prior.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to do that shit in Mexico. We're gonna have to get a test before 24 hours prior, like on Monday or some shit.
Yeah, usually the hotels give, at least in Mexico, give free COVID testing.
Yeah, the hotel already says that you can get it done there.
But yes, but then I had to like move, like I had to get a hotel day by day because I didn't know when I was going to test negative. I didn't want to book like 1 week residency at some place or like book a week in advance for another flight. So I was taking every day, day by day. Fucking some days American airline flights were like 3 grand. The other day, like it was like, $50 you get credit back. Luckily, like when I tested negative, they said, yo, if you want to fly back on Monday, that's just gonna be 3 grand. But if you wait until Tuesday, we'll give you a $50 travel credit for this original flight that you already had. So I just stayed an extra day on Monday, and that shit was so much fun. When I knew I could leave, I didn't want to leave. But when I knew I couldn't leave, I just wanted to fucking leave. I was like, yo, get me the fuck out of here.
I told you to just enjoy the fucking time there, like regardless
Dude,
of.
it's hard. Like I'm like stressed out. It's hard for me to enjoy. Like I'm not like stoic like you guys. I get fucking emotional about shit. So like I
Are you
was
getting
just
tested every day?
I was testing myself every day because it's just like 50 euros to go to a clinic. So I just bought a shit ton of take home tests. So I was taking one in the morning and taking one at night. And that bitch was coming positive every single day. And that shit was making me so depressed. Dude, my parents would call me like, how are you feeling? I'm like, yo, I'm feeling fucking fine. Shut the fuck up. Like I was just getting on. They're like, why are you pissed at us? I'm like, I don't know. I need to take it out on someone. And that shit was just so emotionally taxing. But yo, I went to a fucking like fine dining place in Spain, like in Barcelona. That shit was so fucking ass. Like it was like a number 5 restaurant in the world. And like Rishi and Nikhil, they're like, yo, this shit is gas. This shit is
I think
gas.
we have to come to like terms with that. That like our tongues, yeah, I agree, are not meant for like exquisite like taste. Like that basic shit is like the shit that we need.
Facts, bro. I was telling them, yo, I grew up on 2 for $5 McDonald's or Taco Bell. Like, I literally just want a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, yo. That shit's like what I need. And like, they're like, nah, bro, this tastes so good. Like the
So
presentation
what'd
and
you
like how,
order?
so it's like a 5-hour experience, and they just bring out different dishes.
It's probably a 5-hour experience. And you probably got less food than
100%, 100 fucking percent, bro. Like I was hungry after like the 5-hour thing. I was like, yo, I need like actual like carbs, and like I want a slice of pizza right now. Like they were giving like I'll show you guys the photos afterwards, but like it was just like the presentation was cool, but it's like science-driven food creations where it's supposed to be fine dining, and like they like pamper you like fucking royalty, but the food did not taste good at all. And I swear Nikhil and Rishi were just capping because like that shit was a little expensive.
What were some dishes? They didn't give you like the names of them.
I do have like the fucking they give you like your personalized menu, like what you ordered and shit like that. Like, oh, you because like you can adjust a lot of shit. Because I didn't want to eat fucking duck liver, so I said substitute that shit out. Like I'm not trying to eat duck liver or like
you don't explore with food and shit.
not fucking duck liver, bro. Like I'm not trying to eat duck liver. That's weird. Like they're gonna eat like frog and shit. Like no, fuck that. I don't want. I tried pigeon, and that shit was like fucking weird too. Like I didn't want to eat a bird, but like
I feel like some dirty ass food. Like, why would you? Pigeons are like nasty as hell. Birds like that be all over the place. Like, why are they
that's
serving
just
that?
fine dining, bro. Like that's like eat motherfuckers in France, like treating snails like like that shit's like fine dining to them eating
Escargot.
snail, escargot, yeah, and like caviar and shit. Like I tried caviar for the first time, ass.
That's like fish eggs.
Yeah, that shit was just ass. Like only one dish tasted good, and it was like this red velvet cheesecake ice cream. Like
Dessert.
shit that I know. Yeah, dessert, dead ass. Like and like I know I feel like Nikhil and Rishi, but I didn't want to ruin the experience for them. Like, cause I was just shitting on like the first 2 dishes, and like yo, I was like yo, this is not it, chief. This is not it, chief. But then they're like, nah, bro, this is good. This is good, yo. You gotta pair it. You gotta pair it with wine and all that. And I'm like, nah, that's definitely not it. Like, but I don't know what you guys are like, making yourself like in this delusion mindset because you spent a lot of money that it has to be good. I'm just being honest. It's like this is maybe like my tongue is too low class, but this is not it.
Dude, I just believe that like going to a restaurant that doesn't give you enough food is not worth it. Even if it's 5-star, 4-star, whatever. If it's a 5-star restaurant, unless there's enough food to fucking fill me up, at least because I'm fucking 6'5", and you're like imagine me eating that shit. I would be literally not eating anything.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It like the presentation was cool. Like they were doing all like explaining all this shit. Like, oh, this is why we're doing this. Like this is supposed to like enhance this. The reduction of this is this. Like all this like fancy shit. And in my mind, I was like, yo, just give me a chicken quesadilla, dog. Like that's all I really want. Like I don't care about this fancy shit. But like I also had like COVID running through my body, so I was like kind of shivering because I had a fever going through me, and I didn't do like the wine pairing. But I fucking hate wine. But I don't know. I don't think fine dining is it. And now a quick word from our sponsors. Have you thought about starting a podcast but didn't know where to begin? If so, I'm here to tell you about this free tool called Anchor. Anchor allows you to create and edit your podcast from both your phone and the computer. On top of that, it distributes your podcast to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other locations, so you don't have to do it manually yourself. And if you thought that wasn't enough, it also allows for monetization, so you can actually make money from your podcast. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. It's everything you need to make a podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah, so when you travel and shit, do your parents worry a lot? Because my parents, like, I'll just tell them the dates when I'm coming back, and they're chill. Like, they don't call me usually on vacation or anything like that. But I feel like your parents stress way too much.
They stress like in the beginning before I leave. They'll like be like, "Yo, just behave. Like, don't do anything we wouldn't do." I'm like, "What am I gonna do, bro?" Like, just they're like, "Just be careful. It's our responsibility to tell you just to be careful." I'm like, "All right." And then usually that's it. And then it's just like excommunicado until like the day before I fly back. Be like, "Yo, I'm on the flight. I'm coming back." And then I call when I'm back. So they don't usually bother me unless it's like some emergency shit. They're actually pretty good with that type of
I mean,
shit.
I do get it in like the be careful shit, because like now we have these fucking, big events and stuff, and there's like shootings everywhere around the fucking world. You never know where like stuff's gonna happen.
Yo, that shit's kind of fucking scary. That like the school shooting that just happened in where was it, Texas?
Yeah, the Texas, I think now it's confirmed 19 children died or some shit. I don't know. You just have to be really fucked up and have no emotions. regardless if you're depressed or not, you have to have no emotion to literally kill kids.
Yeah, I wonder what the fuck was going through his brain because I think what I read was like he killed his grandmother before
Did
he
he?
went to this. I'm pretty sure. Maybe
Yeah,
I
I
might.
read that too. And he was getting bullied by people.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was getting bullied like by people like at his school, which was not even at the school that he went to. And then because he couldn't like afford clothes or like afford decent outfit or something like that. I don't know. Definitely like know all like things that shouldn't want to make you to like resort to like doing what he did.
Yeah, I wonder what actually was going through his brain. Like if he's like clinically insane and like that's such a extreme that I wouldn't even think of. If anything, I would shoot the bullies. Not saying you should shoot anyone, but like
Yeah, that's
not
so
fucking.
dark.
And that's mad dark.
Yeah, maybe we should cut that out. But like, why would you take lives of like innocent children that had no impact on your life? At least like the other side where like the people that are bullying him, I can somewhat understand. Like,
It's
yo,
simp energy, yo. Like everybody wants to feel like powerful and like in his mind that's probably like, oh, this is my way of like feeling like power or like feeling like I'm
really?
above people. I mean, that's the only explanation that comes to my head, like, right? Like it's like, okay, these people are obedient to me and like they're gonna like listen to what I say.
Or it's just an easy target. Like that's what I thought. I was like, honestly, I was like, he's probably scared of his bullies or anything to confront any of them, regardless if he has a gun or not. So he just picked someone weaker than
Yeah,
him.
so it's still a power like scenario.
Yeah.
But like when people say like you hold a gun, you feel powerful. Like, bro, I went to a shooting range with Ishdeep like back in December. We had like a fucking Glock, and my hands were trembling because like I don't want this like piece of equipment that can take like either hurt myself or like be able to hurt someone else. I didn't feel powerful at all. I felt like this is just too much responsibility in my hands, and I don't want this. And I had such a terrible experience going to a gun range. Like maybe I need to do it more in like an open field rather than a closed space because like the motherfucker that was next to me, he had a modded up AK-47. Every time he would shoot, it would be like doom, doom, and my whole body was shaking because that shit was so fucking loud. But like I don't know, guns are
Dude, I
fucking
went to a
scary to
gun
me.
range too, but I actually enjoyed the gun range. But at the same time, it's like I was still nervous to hold a fucking gun. Even like, when you cock it back and shit, like I was nervous to even fucking get my thumb chopped off or shit like that. When it cocks back and stuff and you like shoot it, it's just so nerve-wracking holding a gun.
Yeah, holding. I was waiting for like the kickback, and I was like flexing really hard because I didn't know like what the kickback was gonna be like. And you guys know me, like my hands were always fucking sweaty, and that fucking grip on like the handle of the pistol was like digging deep into my fucking skin. And that shit's, I don't know. That's not it for me, Chief.
Dude, I was just nervous putting bullets in. Like I was just nervous doing the whole thing.
100%, dude. Like Steve's leg was like trembling, bro. My hands were trembling. His leg was trembling, and I was just like clowning his ass. He was like, "Bro, like, nah." We went through even like we had like a full round of the bullets. I think I don't know. I think it's 48 of them. We only did 20. We each did like 10. We're like, "Yo, we got our fix. Like, let's get the fuck out of here." We didn't want the bullets at all, but they wouldn't take them. They're like, "Oh, you already paid for them. Just take them home." I still have like the ammo, but I don't have no gun, so I don't know what the point of having the ammo is.
Yeah, it's just scary though nowadays. Like even like big events like that. I think it was 2011 when that Ariana thing happened in London.
The
Yeah, that
bombing.
was a bomb.
Yeah, like stuff like that, bro. It's just scary going to places now.
Do you actually like think about it? Like when you go to places, does that shit come into your mind? It definitely does for me.
I feel like it doesn't for me, but I feel like that's because I'm just in my mentality, I'm just fucking tall. And I'm just like, oh, who the fuck's gonna mess with me, Like
You're an easy target, bro.
Easy ass target. Man's got no mobility at all.
KV can't turn sharp corners.
I think to the extent of like maybe like getting in a fight or something. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like I was like, no one's gonna mess with me there. But I never think to the extent of guns or bombs or anything like that.
No, anytime I go anywhere sus, that could be like a potential like good like oh like in the eyes of like the shooter. I'm always like real like sussed out. Like especially if I'm going out to like a movie theater where it's like it's so easy in a movie theater, right? Completely pitch dark, especially if I'm going to see like a movie with violence, like Batman and stuff. Like I'm on edge. Like
Since that Joker shooting,
like I fell asleep and whatnot. But like, yeah, I mean, there's been other shootings I think too. With the Joker one was definitely a big one. But like, it's so easy for somebody like anytime like somebody walks into like one of the side doors, oh, my heart definitely like goes up a little beats. Like I'm like, yo, like, what's that man doing? Like, why
Really?
is somebody coming in like so late? Yeah, I don't know why I like have like over time like become so dark in that sense of like always kind of being a little bit like on edge or just being like very aware of my surroundings or like say I even go to like a bar that's like more like like it's more of like a gay bar or like more like LGBTQ friendly, right? That's like a worry in my head. It's like, yo, it sucks to say it, but this is a place that like somebody will probably more than likely target over like another bar, right? So then I'm just like on edge with like everything. Like anytime I go to some place where they like pat you down or they got like little like metal detectors, I'm like, yo, they doing good out here. Like we good.
I thought most like clubs do that, right? I thought most clubs like when you get in, they pat you
There's a lot of
down.
places that don't like, and I feel like it's so easy to like be able to like finesse your way through. Like even like EDC, like as we were walking out, like I had this discussion with my friends over there, like, yo, you guys ever think, because like the second day security was so lax. Like we literally scanned our bands, they didn't even pat us down, nothing. We just like went right on in, like because it's like so havoc that people coming in from all angles. Like somebody could easily have like a huge like a assault whiteboard strap, like be wearing like baggy pants and stuff, and just walk right on in. And like that's like a perfect target because it's like bleachers all around, right? So imagine somebody just like standing on the bleachers, like how like Las Vegas, that other the guy in the hotel and stuff was like just like from like bird's eye view. Like at that point, like what are you doing? Like bullets are spraying from all over the place.
I totally forgot about that shooting from like it was like a hotel or something, right?
Yeah, that one was a lot. That was like 80 people or like close to 100 bodies that like RIP, like that
Yeah, I
shit
don't
is
know.
just
I
like
feel like maybe because I like started talking to people more, I just see like even though I'm a cynical person, like most people are just genuinely good, and these types of situations are just so rare. I know it seems like the frequency is very high. Like I think I saw some statistics. There's like 288 shootings in US where like other rest of the countries are like 8 or 9 or some shit like that. I know
there's
we're
been
like,
more shootings this year than there have been days that I saw,
really? Like school shootings or just shootings in general?
like mass shootings.
Mass shootings? Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like I think statistics are kind of wild because you got to take into account like, what is like the neighborhood look like? Like, is it like more on like the lower class and lower income class and shit like that where it's like a little bit more higher chance of like those shootings happening and shit like gang shit happening. But I don't know. Overall, like maybe like it's just like the spots I go to, like I just feel safer. I'm just like, oh, it's a little bit.
What about church? What about like going to Godbar and stuff? That's like there's been shootings at a lot of churches.
I always think about that. Yo, if somebody comes in right now, like which way am I running? Which way? What's the exit right now? But like, I think the one thing about like I like go doors and stuff. There's always at least like somebody outside that's like kind of like whatever. You know, I think you would always have like enough of like forewarning. And I think like yo, like obviously like our people are like warriors and shit. Like they're not gonna really. But at the same time, like Wisconsin happened, right?
Is that the California? Oh, California was different, right? The Gurdwara shooting that was in Cali, or was that the Wisconsin?
I think there were two. There was Wisconsin one.
No, Wisconsin was one of the first ones. Wisconsin happened when we were in high school. And then recently, there was another one that happened, but it was somewhere in the Midwest. It wasn't in California.
I thought there was a Cali one that happened, and because they like burned the Guru Granth Sahib or some shit like not burned it, but like I thought they were doing some shit to it, defame it or something. But I could be wrong because I remember I thought it was in Cali because it was like big news happening. Regardless, I don't know. I just honestly don't think about it as much. Maybe I'm just desensitized to it. When the time comes, the time comes. I can't even be scared about this shit. Like, you know,
Yeah. I mean, I used to have that mentality of like, yo, when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And like, if shit goes down and stuff. But that's when I had like way less going for me in life. Like at that point, I didn't have as much to lose. Now, as I get older, there's a lot more to lose.
Yeah. And you have to think of other people too. You have to think of JM and all that too now.
Yeah, like there's so much like more that you want to like live for and do yet. And like I'm not ready. Now I'm going in the opposite direction. Now I'm just like more mindful, like just move a little bit more careful or like be more mindful of it.
do you guys feel like you guys just have built like as I'm getting older, I feel like I just have spidey sense built in. Like I just know when someone's moving a little different. Maybe it's just because I like I'm not from the streets, but I feel like I have like street.
Coming from a man who doesn't know how to get into a proper lift.
Oh yeah, with the Uber. Because you don't follow your Uber like directions.
Dude, I don't know. I think I just a good judge of character from people, like from just like conversation wise. Obviously, people are fucking evil and all that, but like I don't know. I think I just have good spidey sense when I know like something's afoot, and I know like I I don't know.
But out of all of us, you're the easiest target to like kidnap. Right?
I know. I'm saying that, but that's why I think probably someone blessed me with this shit. Cause like I haven't like knock on wood. I said before I left it, I haven't gotten sick in a while. And I got COVID, but like I don't know. I just like never come across a situation where it's been like kind of where I was just like a little bit on edge. Like oh, like these bodies around me and they're up to no good, and I might be at risk. Have you guys like been exposed to that ever? Cause I really haven't, and like I in Boston, I used to like live in like more of like a dangerous area too, and that was like kind of fine. Like I didn't feel any type of way. Even in Philly right now, like people say it's like Philadelphia, but I don't feel any type of way. Like
It's
people
because you
say it's
live in
scary.
more an urban area, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I like even in urban, like there's like I think on there's like this Citizens app or some shit like that that my friend Caroline was she was sending me. They're like, oh, there's a shooter on your street or someone with a gun. They were like cops saw it, and I don't know. I just feel like there's something in the air or like there's like some. It sounds very like spiritual and hippie-ish shit, but like I feel like you can just tell when there's negative energy around you and to remove yourself. At least I can. And I might be capping or talking out of my ass, but I feel like I can just know when something's like wrong, but maybe that's just not true and I'm just making myself believe that I know. But honestly, that's just like what gives me a peace of mind of not like being worried about shooting and all that shit. Cause like what else can you really do? If the motherfucker's gonna kill you, he's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I don't think you should. I mean, my friends were saying the same thing. It's like, yeah, like there's a possibility of it happening, but it's like I'm not gonna change the way I live my life because of that one if. Like, I'm still gonna maneuver like and do what I want to do. So like I get that. And like it's not like it stops me from doing like what I want to do. Like I still go to clubs, I still go to like large events, I still go to the movies. But it's just like a thought. I mean, I'm the same way too, like planes and stuff too. Like I'm always thinking like, yo, I'm in a plane right now because I'm like I was flying so much these last couple years and like yo, what if somebody hijacks this plane right now? Like, what am I doing?
You can't do anything in that situation. There's certain situations you can't do anything. Like, what are you gonna do when someone has like? Are you gonna go fight them?
No. This is like how would I react or like what would I do? Like how would I kind of like try to like I guess save myself? Like I don't know.
Dude, there was this one thing that Charlemagne once said, and he was like, "Yo, I feel very comfortable when there's a baby on board, like if a baby is
Yeah,
crying,
you've
because
told
like,
me this before, and that shit like lives in my head now too. Every time I get on a plane, I like see a baby. I'm like, yo, we good.
yeah, exactly, dude. That's like, no, he's like, yo, no, like God or it's like something like he's like very like religious. He's like, yo, whenever I see a baby on board, I just know like we good, because like God is not gonna kill an innocent baby or like like a plane is not gonna go down if there's a baby. Like he just more feels a little bit more peace of mind that like this newborn person is like in on the plane. And now I've been using that as like a way to like block the fear, because I'm like, yo, he's probably right. Like God is not gonna fucking kill a newborn out of thin air that just like hasn't even made an impact or a carbon footprint on life. So I don't know. You gotta find ways to deal with shit. Should we do songs of the week?
Yeah, let's do. Shit, let me look. I haven't been listening to this shit, but
So I'll go first while you guys look up shit. Signs by Drake, bro. That's all I've been listening to the past like fucking week on repeat. That song just reminds me of Biza because I literally had it. It's just so tropical. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be playing it in fucking Cancun in my ear.
better be your year.
Yo, yeah, facts. I'm about to put out like a fucking notice, yo. Like nobody let Bhupinder slash Lucky on the fucking ox.
Dude, did you know what I've been doing? Yo, because Rishi and all of them were getting annoyed. All I've been doing is putting one AirPod in, and then I just listen to my music, and then like it's like then I'll like still be present in the conversation, but I still have the music that I want to listen to like in my one ear. So that's like the compromise that I made now. Like motherfuckers, you don't need to give me like the aux or anything. I'll just listen to shit on my own.
All right, so my song of the week, since we are going to Mexico, even though Bad Bunny's not Mexican, "Party" by Bad Bunny.
What'd you think of his album?
I haven't fully listened to it yet. I thought the songs I did listen to were good. "Party" is one of my favorite songs, though. You've listened to "Party," right?
Yeah, I went through the whole album. He has signs like all over the place in like Vegas and
Miami,
Puerto
Snowden.
Rico. Yeah.
And it just looks so goofy. I don't understand how he's a sex symbol.
He's a good looking guy. He just does some like out of character shit. Like he went as like a female to like what the Met Gala or some shit.
Yeah,
Did
that's
he?
all that shit.
That shit
Yeah.
was just too much. Like he was actually going by like she. I was just confused by the whole concept.
So what's your song of the week, Harvey?
Mine's Keeper by Tusi.
Oh, Tusi's fire. Did he come out with a new album?
No, he just came out a new single.
He gives me the vibe of when like A Boogie came out, when like he was on YouTube and shit. Like he gives me that vibe.
Yeah, he's more soft shit. Yeah.
Yeah, when like you know how A Boogie had like a fan base on YouTube and like no one really knew him otherwise, but on YouTube he had fucking like 100 million views and shit.
Yeah.
On like Jungle and shit. Like that, he gives me that vibe. He's fire.
Yeah, I like his stuff.
True. All right, boys. This has been another episode of Brown Boy Chronicles. See y'all next time. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into Brown Boy Chronicles by Harvey, Lucky, KV, and produced by Deech, who you can find at Drawings by Deech. We are available on all streaming platforms. Please rate and subscribe as this helps us grow. And lastly, please follow us on social media, which can be found in the episode description. If you'd like to collab, slide in the DMs or hit our email at brownboychronicles1@gmail.com. Till next time.